Next motion, please, for Stephanie Gibson.
I'll move to approve Stephanie Gibson for Charter Review Board.
Motion on the floor to approve Stephanie Gibson to be a member of the Charter Review Advisory Board. That was made by Vice Mayor. Do I have a second? Hearing no second, I'll go ahead and second that. Anybody want to speak to it, Vice Mayor? I'll speak to it. Stephanie Gibson has done some really positive things in the city. Body-worn cameras was, I can't say her initiative, but my goodness, she was a huge player in getting that and being an advocate for body-worn cameras. Yes, she is an advocate for transparency and accountability. And we have had other people on advisory boards that we didn't agree with and were very loud and outspoken, and we still approve them to advisory boards. Advisory boards are totally different than social media. Advisory boards are a board that affects our city. We haven't, to my knowledge, and I've been sitting here since this discussion trying to figure out anybody that we did not approve to an advisory board. And
At one point, we didn't approve Kev's,
he was approved.
I mean,
He was approved. So I know that there's differences of opinions, but we're talking about an advisory board, and it's one person out of, I think there's 5 on that board, maybe 7 is the maximum. So that's all I need to say. I think she would be an asset to bring forth some transparency and accountability and affect some change in our charter. So, seeing no other comments? I'm sorry, go ahead, Commissioner Carson. I didn't know you wanted to speak again, sorry.
Just want to say real quickly that I will give Ms. Gibson the credit for the body-worn cameras. I mean, I get that this commission did approve them, and really most of the credit needs to go to Deputy Chief Morales, who pushed for him and found the grant. But it was Ms. Gibson who pushed for that. But one good deed does not justify the 55 other misdeeds, and that's what the problem is. My biggest problem is that we have a problem with getting, I like the word problem apparently, getting people to volunteer on these boards in the beginning, but to have someone who can be so scathingly just pure nasty and evil to someone who disagrees with them concerns me about who it is that serves with her. And just because we're public officials does not, okay, we're ready for it, we know about it. But there's people out there on those forums that are not public officials, that are forced to deal with this brutality. And if she can do that to people who she doesn't even know, I'm very worried about the people she would be serving with on that board. So I just wanted to reiterate that. That's it.
See no other comment? Okay, thank you, because I didn't see it. So go ahead, Commissioner Hanks.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Mayor, what you're saying. I agree with Commissioner Carson. I appreciate, her vocalness on body-worn cameras. It was probably coming anyways, but I do appreciate it. That being said, again, what I'm talking about is I'm talking about the end of the, listen, I have restraining orders against me, or not against me, against others that have associated with her and this organization that she sits, I guess she runs or sits very highly on. I have restraining orders against them because they have made it a point. Listen, I get that we're in a position to expect this kind of vitriol, but it doesn't make it right. It Doesn't make it right when my kids can't go outside and work because there's people driving around my house, filming, blaring music, and it's people that are from her organization, blaring music around my house consistently that I have, that my son has, that my 13-year-old at the time has to call has to call me. I've got to speak with officers, say, hey, can you walk out there and or ride out there and just see what's going on? This is the kind of person this is. This is the way I see her. I do not think that she is even remotely mentally capable to handle, emotionally capable to handle this position. I do not think she is about transparency and about the truth. Everything she's ever spoken about me, not one time has she ever talked to me about it. Every single situation that she claims I have done, not one time has she ever called me, emailed me, asked me about it. She gives her opinion. She gives as though it's fact. And I will assure you right now, with the 15 ethics and campaign complaints that I have, not one of them was found warranted. And that ought to tell you something about the kind of person she is. And do we want that person sitting on one of the most important advisory boards that we have, the one that stipulates how our city is to function, the one that stipulates this? And I'm going to tell you, they work very hard to make sure they run this city in proxy. And this is why it sounds so weird. I get it, man. But I'm telling you that this is what they do. They run this city by proxy. And I cannot morally justify having somebody like her sit on this board that does not believe in this city, does not believe in the inner workings of this town, that says the things that she says. Like I said, it's not just business, it's personal. She gets personal with every single body in here. And she blasts that all over. And so because of that, I disagree with these other two that with the vice mayor and the mayor, that she would be an asset to this community. I think she would bring this community down.
See no other commenters? Vice Mayor, go ahead, please.
I'll just state that I have seen another side to Ms. Gibson as to what people are stating. And we do have control of those boards. And at one point, we were going to remove somebody from a position because they caused problems. They resigned before we had to pull them. And I know I don't have a worry that we do have control of those boards, and if something needs to be done, we can execute that to any member. Thank you.
I'm not sure if you have control over what they do on their personal Facebook, though. You know what I mean? Like
That is not what I said. I said we have the ability to remove them if they don't, come to the standard that we expect of an advisory board member. So if it causes issue, any one of them can be removed. Thank you.
No other comments? One more time, just to make sure. We'll go ahead and take the vote. Wait. Yeah. I had to double check in my mind which the motion was, how it was stated, so thank you. And that failed 2-3 with Commissioner Hanks, Commissioner Emmerich, and Commissioner Carasone dissenting. Do you want to state a reason, Commissioner Emmerich, for your dissension?
No, I completely agree with what was set up here, and I appreciate the public comment that came in. But I was also approached by quite a few individuals out there since this has become on the agenda, and a lot of people were not in favor of it as well. So I'm going with my constituents and going by their view. Thank you.
Commissioner Carasone, did you want to state your reason for dissension?
I think I already stated.
Commissioner Hanks?
Again?
Just wanted to, thank you. City Attorney, I know we'll be having this discussion about public comment, so will part of the discussion about public comment in the anonymous emails that are submitted be part of that discussion later on, or is there a memo coming about anonymous?
I've done the research and I haven't written up, but it's straightforward. We cannot require anyone to provide their name. Now we can say we can ask them to provide their name. It's totally fine to put it on the comment card. It's completely fine to, place it on the online form. But we cannot exclude the public comment because someone does not give their name.
That's state.
Thank you.
So we don't have any options to regulate that differently.
Thank you.
The Sunshine Manual, it's literally,
I found it
in
in
there.
state statute.
well, it is, but the Sunshine Manual kind of defines it all, breaks it down, so.
And I have it on my list to write that up and provide it.
I'd appreciate
to
that,
you all
yeah,
and
because I was
to the clerk
unaware
for
of
our
that.
advisory board chairs. It's just following a list of other priorities.
Too often we hear anonymous emails don't hold credence that we receive. Too many times anonymous emails are sent and dismissed because somebody doesn't attach their name. And I just was wondering about the emails that we received today. So thank you for that clarification.
I believe we only had this issue it's only been brought to my attention one time before we first started the virtual public comment and the virtual meetings. And it was around that time that we looked into it. But we have, to my knowledge, not been rejecting public comments that were anonymous.
If I can ask a question, that is different when it comes to quasi judicial, right?
I'll have to look back, but I think that's true
Yeah.
because that's different because they're
Right.
testifying.
Right. I just wanted to.
But if someone were to come to the public comment in general and provide,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for the extended discussion about the anonymous email public comments that were received. All right, so now we will move on to presentations. The brownfield designation, and it's my understanding we do have a presenter that would like to come in virtually. So City Clerk, I know you need to ring her in, so we'll take a moment and get that to happen.